With so much to know about base building, sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming to newer or returning players, but there are some things that are essential to know which can increase your chances of building and maintaining a successful base tenfold. And here I'm going to tell you how to do it. If you like the video, please leave a like or a subscribe. It really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. What the? They really have improved the AI. This guy's just dodging everything. Oh my god, he's Neo. Starting off, we have location. Choosing the right location for your base is absolutely crucial. You'll want to find a spot that's hidden from the main pathways but still accessible. Don't worry about building near wells and avoid anywhere near the coast. The deeper inland you go, the better the chances of finding a good spot becomes. But avoid military bases and landmarks. And keep in mind, many inland towns can suffer random gas attacks. You can check the I Survive map to see exactly where they are. Don't just start hammering away. Take some time to sketch out a blueprint of your base, and by sketch out, I mean lay down a fence kit first for your entire main walls. This will help you understand exactly how much of the resources you'll need, plus sometimes when you start building the walls, it just won't snap into place. You can avoid this mistake by making sure they are down before you even dig your first structure. Once your basic structures are up, it's time to reinforce. You don't need metal fences, wooden ones are just as bulletproof right now. If you build in a house, add multiple entry points by building several fences leading out of your base. Given people can't blow or shoot their way through the game's assets or buildings, having a hallway or building with several blockages before your base offers way more security. Multiple exits seem like a good decision, but they're not in 90% of builds. Stick to one exit and entrance, but try to hide it somewhere, or under somewhere, or in somewhere. Blocking line of sight to open spaces so you don't get camped and sniped on entry. This is where you're most vulnerable because you're literally opening your base up for intruders, and if somebody kills you while you've opened it, then you've just opened the gate for them, meaning they can not only loot you but just walk in and out with zero resistance. This one seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people leave themselves open to be taken out while inside their base. Slits, gaps, holes, poorly positioned walls, fences and watchtowers can lead to utter annihilation. Then when you try to return to your base, they camp it and take you out as you enter. Always watch out for gaps in bases. Invest in barrels and crates for your storage needs. These containers not only hold more items but can exist for a long time, meaning you can log off for days and return to your base still filled with gear or loot. However, keep your most valuable items on you when you log off, so if you are raided while offline, you still have the main things. Don't underestimate the power of good camouflage. Use netting, foliage, or even other structures to make your base blend with its surroundings. The harder it is to spot from a distance, the less likely you are to attract unwanted attention. The best base is the base nobody knows about. If you're unfamiliar with how to build a base, and if you want to just learn the build mechanics without the risk of raids or PvP as you're building, there's nothing wrong with joining a PvE or player versus environment server, where killing players is forbidden. This is an incredible way to learn the basic mechanics and how the base system works. If you're not on a PvE server, this goes without saying, you will probably get raided at some point. So having a backup stash nearby to complement your base is an invaluable tool. You can create one in your base too if you're on soil, but unless you can hide it really well, I wouldn't recommend it. Keeping it outside the base but not too far is a good way to keep some decent stuff around. Learn exactly where you should build your first base as a solo by clicking on this video here, where I'll give you building locations that don't require crazy effort to build, so you can start your first base as soon as possible. Or for something else, click here. And as always, until next time.